Hey, everybody. We will start in just a minute. Let everybody get on quick, and then we will get started. So just 1 minute.
It says unable to start video for me.
Let me figure it out here. There you go.
Thank you.
There we go. Perfect. All right, we will get started here. Thank you for joining us. I'll do a little introduction in a second, and then have Catherine as well do her introduction, even though you guys know who she is. Let me share my screen here. All right. Welcome to the Model Explained, which is Catherine's webinar. We appreciate you guys coming, and we're here to answer any questions that you have, but mostly tell you about some changes that Catherine's made and what an opportunity it could be for you as well. So my name is Stacy Peterson. I've been a top producing realtor for almost 20 years. I've been listed in Real Trends with my real estate team, being a top real estate team. I've sold over 2,000 transactions. I am now CEO, and I'm a real estate coach of a real estate training company. I'm a certified high performance coach, speaker, and just a couple fun facts. I love my Peloton. If you know, you know. Love hanging out on the beach. I'm a wife, a mom of 2 kids, and a mini golden doodle. A little bit about my real estate career, like why should you listen to anything I have to say? I started as an agent at 25 years old, started my first team 2 years later. In that team, we were basically shared services agents. So 5 of us came together and we really worked our own personal production. And one of my highest years was in 2007. I had a baby and sold 50 homes in 6 months. I was super motivated to be off. So had that production. In 2011, started another team, grew that from 0 to 300 transactions in 5 years, and then was able to exit that team and ultimately sell it for a 7-figure valuation. And like I mentioned, today I'm running a coaching and training company. I still have my real estate license, of course, and I help agents and teams build profitable businesses at EXP as well as at Real Estate B School. And one fun quote that I love is don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. And that's John D. Rockefeller. And if you have at all ever watched the show, The Men Who Built America, which I absolutely love.
So good, yeah.
Yeah. You get to see their struggles and their strife, but yet their ingenuity and their willingness to take a risk. And sometimes I think we get really good at being comfortable, but as agents, when we know there's something more, a lot of times we will step out and take that risk. So that's why I love this quote. So let's talk about Catherine. Catherine, I'll let you kind of talk about your accomplishments and then as well, why you joined EXP.
Thank you all for being here. I think most of you know me fairly well and know my accomplishments over the years. I don't want to reiterate everything, but there it is. I was listed as the 20 of the top 40 most influential women by the Business Journal. I'm very, very proud of that, just because that's among my peers. And I have sold in 3 different markets, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and now Boston. And I didn't have a sphere of influence at any one of those places. And I created an amazing business in each one of the towns, cities that I went to. And so I'm very, very proud of that. And then I'm consistently on the top on Wall Street Journal's top 250 list. So I'm very proud of that. And then I sold the first house over $100 million in the history of the United States.
So crazy. And Catherine, tell us a little bit about why you decided to join EXP and kind of what that looks like for you.
Okay. All of you who are on this webinar know me and know that I'm a little bit of a luxury snob, a real estate snob. I was with Sotheby's for almost 16 years and then with Christie's for 2 years, almost over 2 years. And then I decided to join EXP recently. In the past couple of months, I've watched my favorite retailers go kind of under. Like you look at Barney's and Neiman Marcus, and like who would have ever thought that those brands would not always be consistently luxury in our world? But I just saw them and I was like, wow, what's going to happen? And people ask me all the time as a real estate agent, what do you think is going to happen to those properties? And I have mine. And if you ever want to have a nice glass of wine and we can discuss what I think is going to happen to those properties, it's going to be very cool. But I thought, wow. And then you hear on the other hand about the Zillows and all of this. And I just thought, well, what is luxury, right? For me, luxury is it's freedom, like having the freedom to live the kind of life I want to live. And that doesn't mean, the mega mansions and yachts and everything, although those are amazing and I do enjoy that. But it's more like the freedom just to be who I am and do what I want when I want and that sort of thing, and be able to meet my obligations. The other thing that luxury means to me, and I've thought about this a lot, by the way, it's uniqueness. And I just felt like in the past couple of years, all the luxury real estate brands have all turned into the exact same brand. Everybody's going toward the black label and the cool logos and all of that. And it just doesn't seem like that there is this difference of when I first started with Sotheby's, which was quite extraordinary. So when I found out about EXP, I can tell you, I slept on it one day before I was like, that's it, sign me up. And one of the most, the reasons that really got me excited about this, and you all are all superstars, okay? I know who's on here. But one of the things that I know about people like us is when we're out, people ask us, why don't you start your own brokerage? You're so successful. Have you thought about starting your own brokerage? And all of us know that that's a big laughable moment. Like, no way, too many headaches, too much risk, insurance and blah, blah, blah. And I hate managing people. And I think everyone knows that about me as well. So when this came, when this opportunity, I started looking at it, it gave me the ability to basically have my own brokerage without all that back end stuff that you have to do when you have your own brokerage. So it provides everything for me in the cloud. And I don't know how many of you know this, but I'm an engineer by background. So I majored in physics at Georgia Tech and did very well throughout my career in 3 different fields. So I'm always in it to win it. I don't dabble. So I was able to think, wow, I could build like a really great luxury brand that says Catherine Bassick. And I could build it of what I think luxury should be and not what I think rich people want. Because luxury should be afforded to everybody, in my opinion. And there's a way to do that. So that was like a big thing. And then the next thing is I started thinking about all the money I have been giving away at commissions all these years. And, let's face it, we work so hard. We, with the client and with this and that, and nobody, I don't think, really understands how hard we really work with negotiations. And, we're the therapists, we're the real estate, we're everything to our clients. And then you sell a $4 or $5 million house, and then you wind up getting to keep a whole, like maybe $70,000 of it, maybe 65,000. And that just didn't sit well with me. So that always was like an ouch factor for me. And then one of the things I have always loved, and I have a best-selling book too. And in there, I think I wrote, always respect your fellow realtors because they're the ones who are constantly going to be working with. They're not going to be going here and there. I mean, we establish those relationships, and those are the people who are going to make money and who are going to help us make money. And so this also is a way for me to help other realtors. Those of you who know me, and I hope you all think you know me well, I do love to help people, and I love helping launch careers. When I was living in the Bay Area, I was with Sotheby's. I helped Michael Dreyfus. I told him, I recruited him to Sotheby's. How much do you think Michael Dreyfus makes for Sotheby's per year? Because now they're part of the Golden Gate Sotheby's. I would say they probably make $1 billion to them. What did I get for that? I got nothing. I got, Catherine, you are such a good girl, and thank you so much. And we sure appreciate what you do for us. You're such a good Sotheby's girl. Your blood runs blue. And I was thrilled at that because I was like, yay, me. Anyway, so, but I was like, wow, not only can I help guide people and bring people to a different level, but I can actually help them succeed. And I'm motivated to help them succeed because then I'm also succeeding. So that was really a huge thing. And then I'm an entrepreneur. I checked this company's stock out and they blew me away. EXPI is the stock symbol. They're on NASDAQ, and they have done a really good job growing revenue, not just their little stock. So I started doing some, those of you who know me, I'm just a, facts geek. So I started looking at the numbers and I was like, look at Zillow. Zillow is doing this with their revenue. They've done very well, but their stock price continues to go up like that. Whereas EXP revenue has now surpassed that of Zillow in that mark. And now their stock is also continuing to go up. So this was not like some pie in the sky. This was legitimate company, and this was in Barron's, and and also Motley Fool. So I did that, and then the company's reputation. And then I'm also a technology person, so I love the idea of the cloud. When these other companies talk about having this technology, I've done the research. I've been with these companies. I've seen what they have, and it's good, but it's nothing like what EXP has. EXP has the best technology I have ever seen in my life for a real estate company. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And wow, I can't, I don't want to bore you with all that. And I could just go through a technology presentation alone with you. And then I love the idea of being independent, yet being with a great company. Like, you look at this gorgeous little girl over here, Stacy Peterson. And so people like that in the company, they're all rooting for me to win. So I'm not just alone. I have other people that are constantly pushing me to do well. And I'm an independent person, so I love the idea of doing everything, just getting it going. So Mark is asking for, please explain the technology difference. Sure. So yeah, we will.
We'll actually, we'll get right into it. Yep.
And then the other thing that I like is I like the idea of having full control of my deals. I'm a producer, and I know I always gave my stuff to our coordinator, and I never knew. And I just prayed that everything would just be fine. And I don't know if they kept it or whatever, but God forbid if someone wants to come and sue me 7 years later or whatever. It's just like, I don't know where the stuff is. And they're like, don't worry, we have it all. Well, with this, we have SkySlope. So I am able to put every single document in SkySlope, and I know exactly what I have. I know what I'm missing. I can go track that baby down, and I have a full file, and I just feel like a really sense of calmness at the close because I know I have everything, and I don't have to go search it after the close. And then my favorite part, because I am a life learner, just 2 years ago, I got a master's certificate from Cornell University in leadership. And so I love the idea that it's like so much education, as much as you want. Since I've joined EXP, I'm always on my computer and my Zoom, and I'm learning so much. And my husband keeps coming, and he's like, what are you doing? And he rolls his eyes and goes, more EXP. And I'm like, I said, there's just so much to learn. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'll tell you, I have been in this business for 18 years now. And I have often thought, what am I not knowing that's going on out there? Because we don't know everything that's going on, right? But I just want to have like a little thing. Like I just want to keep my pulse on what's going on in real estate. And with all of the education classes from all the different people from around the world, by the way, yes, we are a worldwide company. I'm able to keep my hand on finding out what's going on in England, what's going on over there in Missouri or wherever. And so that's good. And then I mean, there's just so much I can't, there's the relocation program, there's the this, there's the that, and there's ability to make all my commission back. I get stuck, but anyway, enough from that. So let's keep moving.
Well, I appreciate just your thoughts about, what's important to you in the company. And as you can see, there's lots of opportunity here and we'll touch on it. And, of course, if you have other questions, if we didn't cover it in enough detail, feel free to ask. Or, of course, Catherine can help you with all of that. So let's talk about how did EXP even get started. So Glenn Sanford, as you can see here in the picture, he was a realtor in 2002, but prior to that was part of internet startups. So just this genius brain about how things could be done differently in an industry that had not changed for years. And in his fourth year in a real estate major chain, his team closed 60 million, primarily with online sales. And Glenn believed that agents and brokers, just like what Catherine said, really do the heavy lifting, but they were not getting the benefits of being a shareholder, and their income was not matching what was happening for them based on their levels of contribution. So EXP was founded in 2009. We've been featured in tons of reports as a great place to work, top sales, because we are a national company. We are now open, like Catherine said, in 11 countries, United States, all over Canada, and we continue to shatter records. But one of the biggest things is EXPI was traded on the NASDAQ, and you'll hear us kind of continually talking about that. But that is super exciting. And because of how EXP is so agile, we are able to give 50% of all the revenue back to the agents. And we'll take a look at that. But let's talk about growth. So like Catherine said, really great growth. And you can see the curve and just how it's taken off. And we are over 43 agents strong right now. And in the first few years, it was a slow growth, 1,000, 1,500. Now we are actually adding between 900 and 1,200 a week at EXP. So it's definitely the buzz. Everybody's talking about it, but it's not a trend per se, in the fact of, is this going to be gone tomorrow? This is a sustainable company with a business model, just like Catherine mentioned, is built on how everything is moving toward, right? Which is online, cloud-based. So innovation is always happening. If you look at Blockbuster, Netflix tried to sell to Blockbuster and Blockbuster turned them down and said, we're not afraid of you. You're never going to take us out. Boom, Netflix happened. And have you ever walked into Netflix to go get a movie? No, you have not. You get it all on your devices, right? Circuit City, gone. Look how many retailers Amazon took out. Traditional real estate brokerages cannot do what EXP does because of all the franchisors, all the brick and mortar, all the staff, copiers, new carpet, whatever it might be, they can't do it like EXP. We are a brokerage and not a franchise. So sometimes that gets mistaken. We are definitely a national company, no franchise fees. So a typical franchise, like we talked about, has costly overhead. You have desk fees, franchise fees. You're locally confined. Wherever that market is, that's generally where you can practice real estate and or add realtors to your organization. Inconsistent growth because there are no opportunities for ownership. Or if you got in back in 1984, you might have some ownership opportunities, but now it's really hard to get that. Limited technology and support, few tools, not many support resources. At EXP, we're a cloud campus environment, and we'll talk about what that looks like. No desk fees, work from anywhere. It's one split. If you want to sell real estate in California, Massachusetts, Florida, one split. Live training.
And the one split is total split. It's not like you have to meet your numbers in California or Florida
Correct.
or wherever. It's
Yep.
one agent, one split.
Yep. One agent, one split. That's right. Real-time support. So sometimes the question gets asked, if you're cloud-based, how do I get a hold of my broker? How do I get a hold of tech support? We have real-time support. Monday through Friday, they have office hours. And then after that, you'll text them just like normal or send an email just like you would if your broker was sitting 2 doors down from you. You may not be able just to jump in his office. You probably send him a text on something or call him. International collaboration. Michael Valdez is running all of our international expansion. And we've opened 8 countries in the past 6 months. So we're almost like opening 2 a month. It's crazy. And we also own Success Magazine. So we own Success Enterprises. So with that comes a lot of extra training and powerful equity opportunities. And one thing I forgot to add to this, that's part answer to your question, Mark. The technology that we use is what like Stanford uses for all their online classes. But the best thing, we own the technology. So as agent owners, we own this technology. And so that's super exciting.
I did not know that. That's amazing.
With the training, we have over 50 classes a week, and I'll actually show you a calendar and kind of what it looks like. Everything from selling more homes to productivity to team building, transactions, even just state things, how to do paperwork, taxes, whatever it is, we definitely have a class on it. Plus, there's an online recorded university. So if you can't make it live, you can attend these classes on your own time. Catherine touched on this a little bit, but business partners. So here at eXp, we are incentivized to help you. Not that we wouldn't any other way, but we're all incentivized to help you. And with that, we help you build out either how to sell more homes, or maybe it's exit production, or maybe it's build your revenue share organization, which we'll talk about. But you have access to coaching companies toolbox by joining Catherine and her organization. That's separate from eXp. She has her own value to add to you for joining her at eXp, plus her luxury knowledge and just business acumen in general. This is what it looks like in the cloud. So
I love it.
You are an avatar, which is nice because you don't have to get ready if like you're worried about that. But you get to use your real voice. So this is the information desk. You can see, you can walk right up there and say, hi, Joshua, can you tell me how to get a report on my last 5 commissions? And he will say, yes, I will tell you how to get there. Click go to, or put a link in there. It's so quick. All your questions answered at your fingertips. And with training, you can be in a big conference room. You can have even just a little team collaboration in a room. It's super simple and fun and makes things so easy no matter where you are in the world. And this is an example of just one day of classes. All these classes were one day. I pulled it off of yesterday. So all these different classes happen just in one day. So if you're available and you want to learn how to goal set for agents, or maybe you're a brand new agent, you can set up your eXp business in 1 hour. So the amount of training is huge. And the level of the people that are training, not just anybody gets to be a speaker at eXp. No. Not anybody, just anybody gets to lead a class. You are vetted. You have to turn in your presentation. They take a look at it. You have to upload other things that you've done. It's amazing. They only want the top helping other top agents. I talked a little bit about business partners, but since joining, I have 87 people in my organization, and we talk about lots of different things. So it could be mindset, could be financial, could be marketing, could be real estate. As business partners, because we are all partners together, we talk about what's the best things for our business or our lives. And our organization here at eXp is one of the fastest growing, which is really fun because we have a lot, we're really enjoying it. We're really having fun, and we're just meeting some awesome people. Like, when else would I have gotten to meet Catherine? I didn't know her before. And now we talk all the time, and I love it. We get to learn from each other.
We talk every day, a couple of times a day. Yeah, it's now like one of those things that where everyone's so nice to you when you first join, and then they never want to see you again. Like, oh my God, her again. Yeah. But no, she actually seems happy to see me. So it's great.
Yeah. And it's fun, right? We get to talk about, you know, hey, this, what about that? What about this? Like, it's not just chit chat, it's actual, we talk about business and we have fun doing it. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about, what does it look to be cloud-based? What does it look like? Number one, you can work from anywhere, which as realtors, we already do. But how about some permission to do that without somebody saying, hey, how come you weren't in the office last Tuesday? We are all about culture, but we're not all about constraints. We have no desk fees, real-time support, quick and on demand. We have an awesome referral network. So we have lots of referral partners that you can work with. We are paperless, so we can have paperless transactions, or if you like paper, which I do, you can still have your file, but you'll upload everything, like Catherine said, to SkySlope. So we have a built-in CRM for you. You can build your team across states, provinces, and the world with one nationwide cap, which we talked about. And you can interact and learn from other top professionals. And of course, we have our international expansion. And I know I'm talking fast, but I know you
we have very smart people in this room. No, we have very smart people in this room. They get it.
So let's talk about having equity in your company. So we have a sustainable equity plan, and you can earn shares of stock every single year. And I'll give you an example of what that would be worth. So you'll earn shares on your very first transaction each year here at EXP. You're gifted those shares. You're gifted shares when you fully cap every single year. When somebody you bring to the company, somebody you sponsored closes their first transaction, stock. And we'll talk about this in a second, but you can earn up to $16,000 in addition to yearly first transaction, person you sponsor, and when you cap, you get additional $16,000, and you can use 5% of your commissions to buy stock at a 10% discount. So already you're making money the day you use that commission to purchase stock. And it's super easy. You just elect to do that, and boom, they make that purchase for you when your transaction closes. Let's talk about earning your cap back. I think this is one of the coolest things. When I built my team in 2011 and we grew to 300 sides, I paid my brokerage over 6 figures. I never got any money back. Lots of people came to the company because we were a big team and we did good business, and people wanted to be where we were, right? We're nice people. And not once did I get a dime back. I did get a gift card once to say thank you, which was nice. But at EXP, you have to look at, number one, what are you paying your brokerage? And number two, is it capped? Because I don't believe that the brokerage does more work for you, whether it's a $300,000 house or a $1 million house, right? It's about the same things they do for you. Now, different brokerages offer different things, but it's not like $20,000 difference of work. But at EXP, they don't just write you a check, they give you stock, and you also get awards for being an icon, which is super cool. You can even win special masterminds with people that are doing really well in real estate, as well as revenue share. So let me give you an example on the stock. And of course, I have to say, because we are traded publicly, that this is not a guarantee of what your stock could do. But end of September, the stocks were at $38. Today, we just split. So we did a 2-for-1 split. So we were at about $160, $180 a share. Right now, we're probably in the 70s because we did our split. But the end of September, we were at $38 a share. So if I would have capped and got my shares the end of September, I would have gotten 421 shares. Those 421 shares today at 70 bucks a share is now worth $29,000 5 months later. So yes, they could have wrote you a check for $16,000, but instead, should you choose to keep it invested, right? You have $29,000. I love that. I think it's just amazing. And the stock continues to go up because of the other entities that we do own in EXPI World Holdings. So let's talk about revenue share. Since we're all owners in the company, a benefit is we are monetarily incentivized to help others, just like we talked about. 7 generations up, 7 generations down. EXP takes 50% of all their revenue to share with the agents. That's a promise they made day one. And so it doesn't come out of our cut as agents, it comes out of EXP's portion.
And it's revenue, not profit.
Yes, let's go back to that. That is so good. And I skip over it just because I read P&Ls all the time now. Yeah, so I'm just sort of into it. Let's talk about what that looks like. So as a company, you, and I know all of you are smart enough, so I'll just give you a quick little tutorial. Here comes the revenue that comes into the company. The expenses to the agents get paid out, the assistants, everybody needs new carpet, copier, somebody has to buy a new car in ownership, whatever. What you're left with is profit. That is shared out in another company, right? Which was great. There was no other option. At the time, that was amazing because we didn't get anything like that before. Now we are shared off the top revenue. It doesn't matter to us what EXP spends because we get 50% of the revenue as agents. So yes, it's a very big distinction and something that you have to make sure you do understand. We also offer healthcare. I don't know how many times I had people that I would love to have joined my team and they couldn't because maybe they had a budding career and had healthcare and I couldn't offer them anything like it. EXP has their own agent healthcare. EXP also has tools to grow your business. So let's say revenue share isn't your thing, but growing your business is. We have Enterprise, which you get real-time performance reports, commission, cap status, all of it at your fingertips. We have SkySlope, which is our transaction management system. You can review your transactions from any device, sign documents digitally, run your business, top grade security. Next is Workplace. This is by Facebook, but it's not Facebook. It looks just like it, except it's for EXP. So when you log in, you don't get all distracted with somebody that's complaining about something or cat videos on the other. You actually get information about the business. And it could be a reminder on a training. It could be a, announcement that needs to happen. You can also chat with people in the company via Workplace. To give you an example, I had a very high level agent that I was talking to and I needed some help describing something that was happening at EXP. And I actually messaged the president, Dave Kennord of EXP, and asked if he could help me. And he said, I would like to meet with your person and talk to them. I couldn't believe it. I thought, in what world does the president of $1 billion company say, of course, hi, Stacy, nice to meet you. I'd love to meet with, whoever you're asking the question about. Unbelievable. You can get real quick answers that way as well on transactions or agents or whatever you need help with. And from your broker, you can chat directly in Workplace. We have a CRM and lead gen platform. So a lot of times, if you want a lead gen platform, you have to pay thousands of dollars a month to get the technology, plus add pay-per-click on top of that. For my team, we paid almost $2,000 a month plus pay-per-click to receive online leads. At EXP, that technology is included for you. Your pay-per-click is on top of it if you want to do that, but you get your own lead generation website, KV Core, which is a company that stands alone. So we are not looking to own your people, right? Other companies have technology plays where they want to own your data and you're kind of stuck. KV Core is a separate company. We just pay them for our agents to make sure that they have a lead generation website. Were you going to mention something about
very sophisticated system. And I have analyzed almost everything out there because I always want to be on top of things on technology, but they blew me away. And I have this whole thing all set up. And it's incredible. And you don't even have to do the pay-per-click if you do it right. And they tell you how to do it right. You can have clients just contacting you. And I have just in the last couple of days. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a great platform. It's the exact same platform as I was paying $2,000 a month for. So it's awesome that we get to have it.
I think it's better than what I was paying. I was paying $3,600 a month, and I find that this is better than that platform with what I can do.
That's awesome. I love it. And we also have marketing, branding, templates, and tools. You can use your creativity and design your own brand. Like Catherine said, EXP is not here to take away your brand. We are here to enhance it. You're brokering your deals through EXP. You be your brand. You sell you. That's who people do business with. And we want to make sure that we just enhance that and not take it away. So let's break it down and talk about what it looks like to do business here at EXP. Number one, when you're looking at any company, no matter what it is, you have to consider what's the commission and what's the cap. So at EXP, we do an 80-20 split up to your $16,000 cap. Then you earn 100% commission until the end of your anniversary year, and then you start over. After capping, you pay a $250 transaction fee, but that actually changed to $75 after you've paid in $5,000 on that transaction fee. Standard costs, we have a $149 startup fee. $85 a month takes care of all your technology and training. You don't have to pay anything additional. $25 broker review fee per transaction, and $40 E&O, which caps at $500. So if you are an independent broker or are looking to go independent, you could pay $5,000 for E&O insurance, where here you get to let someone else handle the headaches. You pay $40 a transaction on that E&O, which also is capped.
I want to say one thing. It says after capping $250, I want you to know you do not pay that until after you have already capped, after you're at 100%. You don't pay that stuff.
Nope. Exactly. So once you hit your 16,000, which again, you're not paying up front, you're paying it per deal. So if you're just getting started, right, and you're not going to hit 16,000 for some reason, you don't owe the company 16,000. You pay them per transaction. Once you've done that, then the transaction fee starts, but not before. Very good point. So I used a lower house price because I can do this math quick in my head. So I apologize for those of you that are selling bazillion-dollar homes. But if we have a $300,000 home, and let's just say the commission's $9,000, right? If you are not capped at EXP, you will pay $1,800 of that $9,000 to EXP, $40 for the E&O, $25 for the broker review fee. And I did add in here, let's put 5% in stock, right? That leaves you with $6,778 of your $9,000. Let's look at what it looks like when you're capped. So you cap at $16,000, same home, you pay a $250 transaction fee, which also caps, but I just pretended we weren't capped with the transaction fee yet. $25 broker review fee, your E&O I assumed was already capped at this point, and 5% stock options. That leaves you with $8,288. So more money in your pocket means you can do more things with your money instead of it sitting at a brokerage where you're probably not utilizing it.
And you're paying for other people's marketing with a big brokerage, right? And so that money is going to promote other people and not necessarily what you would be doing marketing wise for your clients. So I look at this as it gives me more money to do good things for my clients. Exactly.
Because with a commission, you're given so much money, right? And some of that has to go to marketing. Some of it has to go to you and your expenses. So if you have more to market with, it's better for your brand, right? The sellers think it's about their house, but we know it's about your brand, which is awesome. So when you join EXP, you get all the things that we talked about. But when you join EXP with Catherine, there's even more value stack that you get. So number one, you get real estate B schools, tools and systems, lead generation levers, lead conversion training, buyer and seller presentations if you want to use them, client care systems. We have a productivity system, agent attraction training, live weekly agent training, and we have a private online community. Every tool and system that we charge $36,000 for a year, you get with joining with Catherine. Secondly, this is what it looks like. Yeah, these are part of the systems that you get. You also get Rising Agent Mastery, Buyer Agent Mastery, more coaching and training systems. We have our own training hub that just helps you get up and going with how to have conversations at EXP, Agent Attraction Academy. And we also have other weekly calls just on SkySlope, KV Core, Mega Expansion. That's all with joining with Catherine. And then the last thing, which I think is so cool, is the Coaching Collective. There is a live call every single day from a coach that is charging for this information you get for free when joining with Catherine. And Real Estate B School is the one I was talking about. Change agents, six-figure agents, EXP Ignite, prospector coaching, and coastal coaching. And as you can see, it's on everything: social media and video, how to leverage yourself, building blocks of revenue share, buyer lead conversion, and agent attraction interviews. So the gamut of all types of training. So if you are ready to get started, Catherine put together a website called partnerwithcatherine.com, or of course, she'd be happy to answer all of your questions. I would as well if we need to run numbers specifically for your situation. If you have other questions to do due diligence, we would love to take the time and help you with all of those. And if you want us to answer any questions now, if you want to type them in the Q&A box or the chat, either way, we'd love to answer them. And Mark, I think we answered your technology, but let me know if we didn't quite cover it. We'd be happy to go into more detail on it as well. Yes. So we got a question. Can you explain a bit more about the possibility of revenue share earning potential? Yes. So let's talk about revenue share in the 7 levels. So as you join and have other agents join with you, any agent that joins you personally, if they tap, you will make up to $2,800 a year. When someone they talk to joins, you will receive $3,200 a year. They will receive $2,800 a year. But one easy bit of math is if you think in the next 3 years, you would talk to 5 agents that would be capping producing agents that you brought over to EXP. And those 5 brought 5. That is over 6-figure income to you passively. So I think all of us have probably at one point or another talked someone into real estate, had them join our same company, you know, whatever that conversation might be. So if you think in 3 years, do I know how passively selling real estate I could make an additional 6 figures? I didn't have that answer, and it's why EXP was a great viable option for me. And the fact that you can build it really big. AJ, who is on our team, he has quite the 7-figure income going, and he is 5 years into EXP. There are tons of stories like that. And then there's tons of stories like I had 5 people, they had 5. If they had 5 more, you're looking at adding an additional $2,000 per person to that each and every year. So it's not one time, it's each and every year. And because we are one team, one dream, we do want to help you grow your business, grow your revenue share business. You know, we want to help you. Another great question, is the 16K number set or subject to change? It is set now. It has not changed since EXP started. You know, I suppose it could always change, but they are really comfortable with that number. They've got all the numbers working for them. There is no mumblings of it changing. So team.
Yeah. It wouldn't be smart.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be very smart for them to change it, I don't think, because they're making enough money with that.
Yeah, definitely. And that is their value proposition, right? Is to have that capped right at 16,000. Sorry if you can hear my dog.
And Mark is wondering,
Um,
and the team structure. Oh, yes, let's talk
yes.
about the team structure.
Yes. So if you have a real estate team, then there's different options for you at EXP. If you have a team that is selling at least $6 million in the last 12 months, and you have a split with your team, you can actually get reduced cap for your team members. So it would be $8,000 for them. If you're a team that sells 40 million plus a year, then you actually have a team cap of 56,000, and that includes, well, I take that back. It's not a cap in sense of if you have 50 agents or you have 30 agents, but they have a cap of $4,000 for them. And you can still earn stock. They can buy stock at a discount. And if you are a mega icon agent on that type of team, which you would be, meaning you're a rock star agent, you're selling, you're capping and selling 20 more homes, then you will get that back. Oh, there's also a domestic team. So a husband and wife can share a cap, which is amazing.
Really?
Mark said, yes. Is there a contract for that criteria? Yes. So we sign an independent contractor agreement, and that independent contractor agreement has your cap listed in there. Yes. Yep. And the commission split, the whole thing. It's all in there. Good question.
With a husband and wife, they just do the 16,000. That's it.
Yep. They can do the 16,000. Yes. Which is really cool.
Yeah.
But they could both have revenue share organizations, which is interesting. Yes, such good questions. So, and I need to add that to my slides. Good one. We do have a commercial division as well. So if you know any agents that are commercial agents that, before maybe your brokerage didn't offer that, or maybe you didn't even talk to them because they couldn't join you or your team, EXP does have a whole commercial division with its own marketing, branding, everything. And so that's really exciting too. That's a newer launch for EXP. So we are super excited about that. Yes. Good question. You guys have great questions. I think we got them. Is there any other questions? Or Catherine, anything else that maybe we didn't cover? We're happy to send you some videos as well on revenue share. We can send you to a revenue share calculator so you can kind of play with the numbers if you'd like to look at that. And like I said, if we need to do your specific brokerage numbers or what you're paying your broker and what it could look like, we can do that as well.
And we can also have a tech meeting if you'd like, and we can just discuss about that.
Show you.
Yes. So that's a big thing, I think.
Yes.
But the most important thing is that for me, again, it's very important to build my own brand. It's very important for me to build a sustaining business. I'd like to not be doing production when I'm 80 years old. I'd like to have a very, a business that I've built. And I've done it. I've built a big business in the Bay Area, in the Beverly Hills area, and now here. And I think it's something to say, okay, I want to build something with my name, my branding, my everything that's going to sustain long past me.
Yes, for sure. And Mark's question about, you can have commercial as well as residential under you. So are you meaning agents that join you? Yes, you can have commercial agents that join your organization and residential. Yes. And then just to reiterate the last couple slides that I did talk about all the training, that is specific to our organization, which is called EXP Ignite. And that's why you get those extras when you join with Catherine. So you can join with a lot of different people at EXP, but we would ask that you join with Catherine and EXP Ignite because of the extras that we have for you, and that we are wanting to help you grow your business from people that have done it. So it's different, and it does matter, because especially as you add people to your team or organization, you want to have support and you want to have people that can help you add people. And that is definitely EXP Ignite.
Mark said, how does it change the payout if you're 80? Well, hopefully you'll be saving this money and not spending it like a drunken sailor, like from your stock and from your referrals and everything else. So that's it.
Yes. So with that, so I don't personally sell real estate anymore. I get some referrals here and there, but I can still earn revenue share even without being a selling agent. So I think that may be the preface of the question. And then yes, EXP has a luxury division, different logo, private group. You get to network with other luxury agents and really kind of have that collaboration of that entity that you guys are used to with a luxury brand. And like Catherine said, you know, with your branding, you are the brand, but you'll get to collaborate with that and have more of that luxury touch, which I know is very important. Yes. Okay. Revenue share. Yep. So you can still earn revenue share and it's willable, which is amazing.
Oh,
and
yes.
That is all in your independent contractor agreement. Yes. All right. It looks like we got through the questions. We appreciate you guys joining us, and please reach out to Catherine. She'll be following up with you as well, just to see what questions you have. I'm happy to meet with you too if we need to do some more due diligence, clarify anything. Thank you for the great questions. Thanks for joining us. Catherine, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Stacey. You're the best.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. We will see you soon. Take care.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining.